In today's video, I'm trying to redecorate my living room. I'm trying to shop my own closet, use decor I already have, things I've had for years, or maybe things I bought at a thrift store and I'm going to upcycle. So stay tuned and let me know what you think about my decorating skills. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Well, the idea is in this living room is to just shop your own closet, so to speak, but I'm doing it with artwork and just things for the wall, decor for the wall. I've got a lot of decoration just left over from different houses I've had, and I just don't want to buy anything. Well, this may be an ugly sofa to you. It's actually ugly to me, but it's so comfortable. It's a reclining sofa, and I've got the big old ugly recliner that goes with it, but they're so comfortable that I'm keeping them and I'm going to use them. Now, one of my most popular videos is how I move this thing. So if you need to know how to move one of these heavy recliners, check that out. Well, all of us don't have the luxury of going out and buying all new furniture every time we move. Furniture that perfectly fits in the space. I actually purchased this reclining sofa and this big recliner for a condo I had years ago, but it's just too comfortable and still in good shape, so I'm keeping it and trying to make it work in this living room. When you have a large room, you sometimes can't center the sofa on the wall. Your sofa may be offset. And then I had the question, well, do I put my wall decoration in the center of the wall, or do I center some decoration over the sofa? Well, I did a little research, and everything suggested the best idea for balancing your room is to center your decoration over the sofa. And then if you have another piece of furniture, you center some things over that piece of furniture. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go through the stuff I have and try to figure out a grouping I can put over the sofa. And then if I have a large piece of furniture on the other end of the room, I'll put a grouping over that piece of furniture. You definitely want to arrange your furniture before you start hanging decoration on the wall. And I'm going to rearrange. I'm going to flip-flop the sofa and the recliner, get rid of that ugly little side table that looks distressed, and I'm going to move a cabinet that was under the television to under the family portrait. This is a picture of the inspiration that I'm using for this living room. I know my living room doesn't look like this, but this is the feeling I want. I want very neutral items in the room, a little green, but mostly neutral. And when I look around at what I have, I'm just not seeing that big piece of art that could go over the couch that's neutral. So I think I'm going to dig through some old thrift store finds and paint over one of the canvases. So let's just give it a try and see what happens. Well, I found this. I found this at a thrift store months ago, maybe even a year ago now. And it's folk art. I'm not that crazy about it, so I'm going to paint over it. I think it's a 20 by 24 canvas. I bought it for the frame. The frame's really pretty. I forgot to take a picture of it in the frame, but I've already taken it out of the frame, putting it on my kitchen counter, and I'm going to paint over it. Well, if you've been watching my videos, you know I don't like to buy anything. I try to use what I have. So I just went out into the garage and found some white latex house paint, interior house paint, and some off-white paint, that a little sample jug, and also some dark brown glaze. And that's what I'm going to be using, my three colors, white, off-white, and a dark brown, just to make an abstract piece of art to go over the sofa. Well, there is that rule of three in design. Having three objects placed together are always an odd number. Well, I feel that way with abstract painting, especially for a beginner. I put a second coat of the white latex paint over the canvas to make sure I blocked out the folk art. But I didn't let that second coat completely dry before I started applying the off-white. I wanted to smear a little bit or mix a little bit of the white in with the off-white to give softer edges. Well, remember, I don't want to have to buy anything. So I didn't have any dark brown paint, and I knew I needed a little dark. So I found this Rust-Oleum decorative glaze in the garage. I've used it, gosh, I've used this paint a lot. It's great when you're redoing furniture. But I just used it to splash on some brown, and then I'm just gonna smear it around and mix it together just to give the depth I need for this painting. Well, as I'm watching this video of me painting, I can see what my art teacher said in college was true. I took an art class as an elective in undergrad, and I can see I'm so intentional with my strokes. And with abstract paintings, I think you're not supposed to be so intentional. And I can remember her fussing at me about that I wouldn't just let the brush flow and go where it wanted to go. I was so intentional. So, so I'm sure if my art teacher sees this, if she's still alive, it's been a long time ago, she's probably thinking, oh well, I didn't teach her anything. She's still being too stiff, too intentional with her paintbrush. But I do know that I like the three colors. I like white, I like off-white, and I do want this dark glaze to give my painting some depth. So I'm liking it. I'm liking how it's going, and I don't want to overdo. I think less is more with an abstract art piece. So I'm almost finished. Well, now for the reveal. This is what the room looks like now. I moved that cabinet from under the television to the corner under the family portrait. And this is what I hung on the wall. The two fleur-de-lis I had painted white. And then a collection of things with gold frames, and that piece of art I made. I don't think I'll win any art contest, but I like it. I like how neutral it is, and it gives me something to hang over my sofa, and I didn't have to buy anything. I'm not sure you can tell in the video or photos, but my furniture is not flat against the wall. It's away from the wall slightly and tilted in a conversational position. I had also painted over these fleur-de-lis that were very dark. I decided to use that same off-white paint I already had and just lighten these up. I thought they were too dark for the wall. And once I painted them, I took a paper towel and wiped away some of the paint where it would look a little distressed. Even my plants were free. I got these plants by propagating. I'd love for you to check out that video. Well, thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope I've encouraged you to do some redecorating in your house. You know, sometimes it's nice just to change things up, rearrange the furniture, change what you have on the wall, and you don't have to spend any money. Until next time, bye.